and welcome to NDE Talk. I'm your host, Natalie Higgins, and today's guest is from all the way in India, Dr. Santosh, who joins us today to talk about his near-death experience. Now, Dr. Santosh is an assistant professor at an Indian university who has written many books on scientific literature. However, today we're going to talk about his book, The Miracle of Life After Death, a scientific and spiritual investigation, which we talk about in this podcast. Now, I would like to take a moment to thank all of you who have helped support me on my YouTube journey. And please, like, share, and subscribe, as this does help my videos go further. But without further ado, I welcome you, Dr. Santosh.
Good morning. Thank you, Natalie, for being here with you. It's a fascinating channel. I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you. Yeah. So, as far as I'm concerned, I had a NDE, near-death experience, few years back. You can say a decade ago, 12 years before, and it happened. I was traveling in a train from my workplace to my native place. So during my journey, it happened that all of a sudden I came without any booking and all that. So in the Indian train railway general compartment, I traveled. So I was sitting near the side window side, and the train left at Ernakulam, that is Cochin, and I had to travel. I had to travel 300 kilometers from Cochin to my native place, Kannur. So when the train reached Calicut station, I sat near to the window. Then after leaving the station, all of a sudden the side window, it is sliding sort of glass window. It is heavy also. It fell on my elbow. So I got severe pain. It was
that severe
intolerable.
bleeding,
You
did you
can say
just say?
that the side I was sitting near to the window. This window is a sliding. It is sort of sliding sort of window. It is made of heavy glass and all that. So there is a latching mechanism and all that. We can hold it. So all of a sudden it was not latched properly, I think. So it fell on my elbow. I was keeping my hand near to the on the window. So all of a sudden this fell on my elbow. Then I couldn't bear the pain. It was very severe pain. I struggled like anything, and there was a small wound. And so all of a sudden I stood up and I asked the co-passengers to help me. There was a small bleeding and all that, so they helped me to tie with my handkerchief and all that this wound. So afterwards I felt thirsty. So I asked the fellow passengers to give me a sip of water. It was lying on the carrier, and I showed them, and they gave me the water bottle, and I had a sip of water. So afterwards, my consciousness, my awareness, being I, the same consciousness, all of a sudden it went from my body. So there was no body consciousness. All of a sudden, there was a great journey. So initially it was like people used to say tunnel and all that. So maybe a tunnel. Through that, then bright light, horizon sort of thing I perceived. The perception was widened, and I could see that as sort of realm. You can say that it is
Like a
like
different
our earthly
realm?
realm. Yeah, another realm. I think another world. You can say that is an astral world or spirit world.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. So I could see a bright light with the horizon and all that. So then, all of a sudden, my consciousness, I have been taken to a place where another world, you can say that it's a sort of world. It is like a snow, full of snow, very beautiful. There is no fear and all that.
Was it
So
cold or
some
did you
sort
have
of
any feelings? Sorry to interrupt.
no, actually, I didn't get fear, any sort of fear. It was pleasant and lovely, and I got compassion and all that. There was no. I was just like a sightseeing sort of thing which I was
Yeah.
observing.
Okay.
So yeah, then I have been brought into that world, and I could see that in front of that some building or some great difference was there behind that, where I was observing. Behind that there was some decision making or something like that. I couldn't enter into that area. So all of a sudden, by that time, this is fraction of few seconds, you can say. Then I have been again taken to another place. It is just like a hilly place. As you can say that it is high range sort of area. It's a
Like
hilly area,
mountainous, like
and
hills and mountains.
yeah,
Yeah.
mountain like structures and all that. So there was nobody was there, but horizon and all sort of things which we see here. The perception, I
Mm,
think, it is another realm, maybe, and
mm,
another astral world. So
mm.
there was few like few seconds I was there, hardly 1 minute, you can say. Then again, I have taken back to another place, that is field of flowers. You can say that the beautiful flowers, uh, yellowish small flowers, fully filled with flowers. The field and horizon and all that, it is there. It is a the nature of um, mm, this one is like sunset by 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We feel that reddish sort of light
Yeah.
comes sometimes, a similar feeling, and this flowers.
Mm,
Then I thought nobody is here, what to do, and then I realized I'm died. There
yeah.
is no body consciousness. What to do here? And pleasant and all that, but nobody is there. And I thought I can't go back to the earthly realm, and this is death or something like that. Then what to do and all that. There was no fear at all, but alone loneliness was there.
Mm,
So I prayed what to do here, and I just thought about my family, especially my younger daughter. That time she was 2.5 years old. I thought about her and some sort of charity work and all I used to do that time. So all the society and my country, my place, living place, home, and all that, it came to my memory, and I prayed something, what to do here. And by that time, I have been taken to. All of a sudden, I got body consciousness. So I was in train. So all of a sudden, I felt the body consciousness, and uh, I got awakened in the train. So
okay.
many people were there, surrounded by me, huge crowd, and railway officials and all that. They were standing and all staring to me.
Yeah.
So they all confirmed that I'm died almost. It was
Wow,
about
incredible.
3 minutes or 4 minutes. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is 3 or 4 minutes time. This episode happened,
So, did you
and
just mention, sorry, so you were dead for about 3 or 4 minutes, and that's how long you were over on the other side? Did it feel
not
like
long.
three
It
or
is
four
for
minutes on the other
maximum,
side?
you can say, yeah, only 4 to 5 minutes, maybe
Mm,
maximum.
yeah.
This episode took place,
And when you were on the other
and
side, sorry, did it feel like 3 or 4 minutes, or did it feel longer to you?
no, I felt very uh, similar feeling I had actually in earthly realm. uh, The timing and all that, I felt the same, 3 minutes or something like that. It's not long. And
Yeah,
when I
okay.
came back, people said it is hardly 3 to 4 minutes your awareness was not there, you're not conscious, and your pulses were gone down and all that. The people later they said like that. And train officials immediately asked, because I came by without reservation, I ordinary general, my contacts details are not the details were not there. So the officials were, they inquired my name, age, and place, all contact numbers and all that. Then immediately they asked, are you all right? Then I said, I'm perfectly all right now. So then they said, let him take rest. The other crowd, they said the people to remove, he is well now, so relax, something like that. And they asked, if you need some medical assistance next railway station, the facilities are arranged, we have informed already the ambulance and sort of things. So if you are all right, you can travel another 80 kilometers or so to travel to reach my native. Then they said that there only you will get medical assistance. How, what about your opinion? Then I said, it is fine, I am fine, I am all right. So no need of medical support now. Okay, then I traveled, continued this one. And then by that time, these people, uh, those who are sitting in the same cabin uh, along with me, they explained all the things what happened inside the train. So all of a sudden, my consciousness went out, and they were trying to catch me because I was in a standing position and all that. So they did all their level best to get me back to life. So they punched on my, what is it? There was a medical one lady, madam was the, she
Like a
has some
nurse
medical
or a
background.
pediatric was on board the train?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was actually nurse, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So she did the punching and all that on my chest and all that. So the pulse were weakening, going down that time. So they almost all lost their hopes to bring me to mainstream. So then they informed the officials and all that. All the people gathered and all that. They confirmed that I'm died. So
Yeah.
immediately they informed the next railway station to arrange all the what is it, ambulance and all that, to take the body out and all that.
Yeah,
So
wow.
by the time, yeah, by the time the consciousness came to my body, they really shocked to see.
That's
From their face
amazing.
expression, I could, yeah, yeah, actually, from their face expression, I could sense it, and they are great astonishment and all that. So surrounded by people and all that, they. Then I explained my story. I could visit three realms, astral realms. I do not know anything about much more about afterlife. Is there any realm is there or not? But I perceived, I could see all this realms and all that, three realms, but I couldn't find anybody there.
Yeah.
And as uh, my awareness, am I, that feeling is there, and I could perceive everything, but there was no body. Or when I looked down, there was no body. But I have the feeling, and as like I am in earthly realm, being a human being, the similar fashion I perceived everything in other realms. So then, when train reached Kananu, that is my native place, one of the ticket examiner, he accompanied me and took me to the railway hospital there, because the superintendent of train instructed him to take him to the doctor. So there was doctor was not there. It was around time was around 1 o'clock or so. He would have gone for lunch and all that. So the assistant was there, nurse lady. She did all the checkups and said it's normal pressure, everything. And the small wound, she made all the what is it, the this one and all that. So wound, she cleaned and all that, and they made plaster and all that they put. And then she said, it's all right. You're perfectly all right because your uh, pressure, everything is normal.
Mm.
Then I came out. So actually, when I came out, I could see that a lot of people doing their routine work and all that outside the railway station and all that. Then I thought I am luckiest person to see all those realms and all that. These people are
Yeah.
ignorant about all those things. So that God given opportunity maybe. And then I came back to home. Then I couldn't tell anybody about the story. And but in my train, only one person knew to me as one disabled child. So he's deaf and dumb. Uh, he is near to my home, and he went for the youth festival,
Mm.
the disabled mm, uh, students festival. So then his friends and all that were there. And when I got into the train, he introduced me to the other children and all that, and also his teachers and all that. Some uh, uh, teachers were there and all that. So that is a non. I know that people, those people, they witnessed, and I know the names of the TT, ticket checker, and all that. And they came very close because after this incident, they are also astonished to see my face and all that. Yes.
Yeah.
So these are the evidences as far as is concerned. The evidences of and they have the certificate also because the school youth festival they went and they have the certificates and all that. Right, the journey and all that coincide with that date and all that. So just
Yeah.
for this is not a this is the truth. So and
Yeah.
they witnessed. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
yeah, yeah. Then when I came home, then I just told my wife about this one. So she was really scared. She said it is very strange and it is maybe hallucination or something. It
Mm.
is better we can stop this dialogues and all that. She was scared. So then I tried to explain it to one of my close friends over phone, and I said I had something happened and all that. Then he also said it may be a hallucination and all that may not be. And he said, "What happened to you? Are you normal and all?"
Mm.
then I stopped, and another person I called my close relative, and I said I wanted to meet you, and I went and met him and started telling the story. And he said, "Something wrong with you. I don't believe all these things. It is maybe a accident hit because of that. Your brain would have been some sort of halo or something sort of things would have been happened."
Mm.
And then I stopped disclosing it to anybody. So I
Yeah.
did not disclose it for a long period. And long period means then after 1 year, I went to a university in African country. I got through UNDP. I got higher education, some coaching and all that for the students of Africa. So in Ethiopia. So for a two years uh, work and all that. So my family also I took wife and children. I have two daughters, and this younger one also came. So I used to pray to the Almighty. Uh, I actually I pray to the my prayer is something to for the supreme soul, or you can say that it is a God. It is the force, binding force to all this. There is a force which is called, I used to call it as God, because that is provided, the supreme force is giving all facilities, faculties, and all that to survive here on Earth. You
Mm.
can imagine that ozone layer and some sort of environment giving the oxygen, light, energy, everything. So
Yeah.
that, yeah. So I pray to the Almighty, and once I was praying, and I started this. After reaching there, I started reading about the afterlife. I got a lot of literatures related to it.
Mm.
And in different religions, books and all that, and stories, irrespective of religion. So Christian, Hindus, Muslims, and all this religious context, afterlife is there. And I got a lot of literatures, and among them was one Leslie Flynn, the UK medium and all that. So a lot of recordings and all that, and also one book, Paramahamsa Yogananda's book, autobiography of a yogi. In that one chapter, resurrection of Yukteswar. So in that it is explained all the realms and all that. So like that, I gathered all the information, and I got plenty of information about afterlife, realms, and all that. So then
Yeah.
I, yeah, then I one day I was praying, the evening I was praying to the Almighty. I asked, I have a lot of information about afterlife, and you have given an experience also for me to witness the realms and all that. Should I write this in a form of book? Then I simply prayed, and I never expected an answer, but just I prayed. But very amazing fact is that my little girl, that she was around 3 years plus old that time, she opened my prayer room, and she came inside with a pad with paper and a pencil,
Mm.
and she gave to me and said, "You write." She said she hand over this pad and paper, with this paper and pencil with a pad, and said, "You write." So
Beautiful.
yeah, actually, in my prayer, I asked God that whether should I write about afterlife realms and all that in a form of book, a book to the public, because people are unaware of the facts about the afterlife and all that.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
whether should I write a book, should I publish a book about the realms and all that? Then when I was praying that time, she entered into my room. My daughter, younger daughter, entered into my room, and with a pencil and paper, with a pad, writing pad, she said, she came, she approached me, and she handed over this paper, pencil, and pad to me and said, "You write."
Incredible.
This is in the name of God. I'm not lying, or this is the
Yeah.
correct thing in the name of God. This has happened. I was really astonished. I wondered, what is this? Then I started writing the many things related to it, and in writing daily, I used to write about this. And finally, but I did not reach anywhere, because afterlife realms and all that I perceived only uh, 3 to 5 minutes. But with my experience, I can't write anything. But I have a lot of literatures. But every literature are having copyright issues and all that.
Mm.
So what to do? In between, I tried to complete it. Then by the time I came to India, after completing my this one, and I joined back to university in India, and started the work and all that. I continued writing and all that, but it did not reach anywhere. And I started contacting the book publishers and all that, but there was no reply and all that. Then I lost the hopes and all that, kept it like that about a decade or 10 years and all that. It went on like that.
Mm.
Then all of a sudden, I have a guilty consciousness and all that. The God asked me to write through this one and all that, but it is not the real. It is not. I'm not sincere and all that. Sometimes, if I'm not finishing the work and all that, so I took an oath, and I started again contacting all these people. And the people whom I have contacted are um, Leslie Flinte Educational Trust, UK. They have a lot of recordings and what is it, transcripts about the spirit communication.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I got a lot of literature about all those communications and all that many, and I contacted the concerned director of that Carl, Mr. Carl Jackson, and reply was very fantastic. And he said, whatever you need, you make a list of it, and we will support you and make a draft and send to us. We will edit and send to you back. Then I asked anything for that. Do you need any some sort of? Then they said nothing. This is for the people. They should know this one. You are doing it. It is a good thing. So like that, I got a very uh, very positive reply.
Yeah.
And then I approached the uh, uh, Yogananda's one why Yogoda Satsanga Society of India, and they have this book, the autobiography of a yogi, and in US also they have headquarters, something YSS and all that. So many foreigners are involved, and meditation and sort of things, and the sort of YSR, some Yogoda Satsanga Society.
Mm.
So then finally they replied. After some time, they replied whether it is genuine or not. They verified and all that. Finally, they realized it. It is genuine, and they started communicating me. And then they said, "You can keep in your book about the realms and all that. You make a draft." And I made it, and they agreed. Finally, I approached the US. Many people, United States. There is a near death. Uh, NDERF, near death.
IANS, possibly International Association of Near Death Studies, or no?
No, no,
No.
that is not that one.
Mm.
The near death experience. Let me just 1 minute, because it is very difficult to keep all of this in mind. And I made a note for that. Sorry, in
Yeah.
between, I am just looking at, because the sometimes we may get stuck some memory, some sort of that is. I approached Jody Long. Jody Long, her name. She's the director of that near-death experiences NDERF. That is Near-Death Experience Research Foundation
Ah,
in
yeah,
America.
yeah.
Yeah, United
Sorry.
States of America.
Mm.
Yeah. So she was very, her response were very nice, and she said you can check it and you can take, but the problem is that individual permission also we have to take from the individual NDEs. Then only they will permit it. So she has no problem in giving permission and all that. But there are very few emails are available, and I tried my level best, but I could not contact the individual NDEs. Then finally she said, okay, in that case, you can do one thing according to the this one copyright issue and all that. You can uh, take 3 to 4 lines, confined to in brief. So like that, I made one chapter, and she was very supportive. And
Mm.
yeah, and then Kriyag Hogan, one director of Center for Spiritual Understanding, I contacted him. I need some information about the afterlife, and they are mainly doing some sort of afterlife research and all that. So he also was very supportive, and um, he gave whatever things you need from our website, you can take it. So I included in the last concluding chapter some discussion and all that, based on, because there are a lot of suicides, there are a lot of accident death and all that. What
Yeah.
happens to those guys after their departure from here? What type of area they are getting, the realm they are getting after life and
Yeah,
all that.
like what realm they go to, depending on
Yeah,
how they pass. Yeah.
yeah. Hell,
Okay.
it is. So some sort of information I took from them, and finally I could contact uh, uh, Karen Blanche Thomas. You would have heard her. She is now very old. She had near-death experience long back, 30 years back, and her story is incorporated into my book. And she had written a prologue also for my book. that is about that. She's from USA. So it
Okay.
was very fantastic, her support and all that.
Mm.
And also one Mary Buckstorm. She's belongs to USA, but she she worked in China. In China, she got this NDE and all that. Her story also incorporated. She herself edited and supported. So finally, this I could make the book finally, and
Yeah.
I could expose it to the unknown people about the realms and all that. But I could see that even though different religions aspects and all that included, but there is one-to-one correspondence as far as
Mm.
Leslie Flinte is concerned, Yogananda's this one is concerned, or near-death experience is concerned. The life features and all that described in all this are same. The spirit communication, say for example, the time is concerned in the astral realms, the time is concerned compared to the earth, sorry, compared to the earth time, that is maximum we can live here uh, in earth is 100 years. A human life, normal, what is it, the maximum period is 100 years and all that.
Mm.
So when you calculate with that, the astral world, the time structure is that 1,000 years, one realm. There the life is
So
1,000 years.
Earth, every 100 years on Earth is 1,000 years in the other realm.
No, no, it is not like that.
No.
So we have life here about 100 years.
Yeah.
So in astral world, there are many worlds in the astral spirit world. There are many realms.
Yeah.
So one realm, like earthly realm, is concerned. There, the life is equivalent to earthly realm 100 years. Based on that, if you calculate it as 1,000 years equivalent.
Yeah.
1,000,
Okay.
oh yeah, 1,000 years.
Okay.
So there are different realms. Oh, yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Finally, I revised the book. In that one more chapter I included. That is, I have given the chapter that is about the realms and all that, based on a book. It is called the Spirit World, the Laws of Spirit World, written by Gorshad Bhavnagri. And the book is illustrating various realms and all that. The book is actually written based on her two sons. They died in a car accident 1980 or so in India.
Mm.
So they lost all hopes of life and all that. By that time, through media, some they wanted to convey some message to this mother, her sons from the spirit world. So
Yeah.
somehow she got the information they are fine and all that. And then the spirits of these two boys started communicating with her mother about the
Wow.
spirit world. Uh, so the life structure, everything. So about 20 years they communicated, and she used to write automatic writing. Something is practiced and all that. And that the
Yeah.
book is based on all the spirit communication. Our
Beautiful.
boys communicated. Yeah, and I could see that there is communication. Whatever it says is similar to the other books and literatures, which says the similar is the nature of life in other world. So that also I incorporated. According to
Yeah.
that book, it says that there are seven realms, seven astral realms, spirit realms. So the lower realms are dark realms. The realm first two, one, two, three are dark realms. The one is extremely very terrible life, because those who do all sort of crime and sort of things here on the planet of Earth, afterlife will be terrible in that realm.
Like the lower
That realm,
vibrational realms, like the
lower
hell, if
vibration,
you'd
lower
like.
lower realm. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it is terrible life there.
Mm.
So that realm we can call it as a hell. Hell
Yeah.
itself is, in the book it says that there are three parts, and above that there is second realm, that is little bit better, but there is no light and all that. All these three realms, 1, 2, 3 are. So, and third realm, it is little more better. So they have to purify, they have to lot of sufferings and all that. After their ending life, to they can come up doing good things and all that in that those realms, and they can come to the fourth realm. It is a middle realm, and there I think it is a purification place and all that in Catholics, no, not Catholics, in some Christian. This one there is a purga, puro, purgatory.
Purgatory?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I think Protestants they have so maybe the fourth realm is a purification place and all that, and above fourth realm, fifth, sixth, and seven. Seven is the ultimate. It is heaven, and fifth onwards the heaven starts the better realm.
Yeah.
A person who do good deeds and all that on this planet Earth, they will get above this fourth realm. That is, four and above are better. Four is okay, but five, six in that book it is explained. So the same thing is explained in Yogananda's book also. The in the resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, and that the guidance is given by his master after his death to this disciple Yogananda. In that it is explained that the realms. So he explained there is the casual realm, that is the ultimate realm, that is heaven. So below that, Hiranya world or something in his language. So that is, I think it is according to the book. It is what is it? Spirit world in that book. It is sixth realm. I felt like that. So and lower realm also it is discussed in Yogananda's book. That is hell. So hell place and all that, the nature and all that well described. I can't explain right now because it is a short interview and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is. So people should. My aim is that people should be aware of the all these things, because otherwise, on this planet Earth, they will do all nasty things, mischievous things, and all that. But the things awaiting for them is the hell. So even suicide is people thinks that
Yeah.
after death nothing is there. They believe that everything will end here, but afterlife, they know little light on afterlife. They can progress, they can achieve goals in life, and also they can get afterlife as beautiful afterlife. So commit suicide, they cannot, all the committed suicide people may not go to the hell, because God given a period of life here, sufferings or whatever it may be, you have to face. So you are not right to end your life. So then your awareness will go to the dark realms, sometimes the realms of hell, and there is no compromise here. Somebody is suiciding because there is unsettled issues and all that. There, after reaching there, awareness is there, and so the issues are still remaining, and they're terrible life, and they cannot what is it finish or complete their issues, or what settle their issues and all that. So people should understand. So my aim is that at least when a suicide person decided to commit suicide and all that, watching your TV and getting some information, he will come to the mainstream of life. So
Yeah.
at least one life I can save. And from my book also, one who read my book, they never go for suicide. They will
Yeah.
get some sort of energy and all that. They will come to the mainstream, and they will do good deeds and all that. They will uh, mm, come up. So that is
I
my
was
aim.
going to ask if that's okay. What would be a good example, or could you give us an example of how we could stay in the higher levels of consciousness? What could we do here on Earth for those listening in order to reach four and up rather than three
Yeah.
and below?
Yeah, that is the era is like that. The period of time is like that on the surface of the earth here. So people are motivated in all sort of nasty things and all that. If you do a little charity or little goodness on this universe, and confess your sins, and you can beg forgiveness to the Supreme, and all the faults which you have committed, because in Bible itself it says that it's the wonderful creation is the supreme perfect creation is human being, and it is the image of God, and whatever God does, the human can also do. That we can see that all the inventions and all that now you can see which we are seeing and communicating, it's a wonderful sort of technology. We have to appreciate that,
Mm.
because other sort of things are happening. So but man, from the creation itself, man is sinned, because you know that history and all that. So there is a gap between God and man and all that. So if suppose we confess our sins and we beg, what is it? Whatever we past we did is, we in front of God we can say that, you can, what is it? You confess and you wanted to become good, and then you will get higher realms after death. So which thing which you are doing is right now, it is the people, you have started a channel and all that, you are giving some sort of light on afterlife and near death and all that. So this is a good deed of things which you are doing, and you will definitely get higher realms after death, and no
Oh,
doubt
that's
about
fantastic. Thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
Yay.
that is that is, do not have to worry about that. But people, those who do crime, all sort of treachery and killings and all that, murders and all that, they definitely they will go to the dark realms of afterlife, and they can
Mm.
also come up, confess some sort of, what is it, they have to do good deeds, or whatever they did, the cruelty and all that, from the surface itself they can purify themselves, and they can,
Yeah.
from here itself, purify, and they can try to get. Otherwise, in reaching the dark realms, hell and all that, it is very very difficult to come up, as you have to do a lot. But the same thing which within fraction of time you can do here, and you can get success, you can after death you can get better realms and all that.
Yeah.
So after getting this, I got this all this information, and because of that I am living right now in a good manner. Otherwise, not like that. I did not
Yeah.
do treachery or killing or anything like that
Yeah.
in my life. But even uh, I am confined to my family, and on the material life and all that, not very much concerned about the afterlife realms and all that, afterlife and all that. But after
Yeah.
getting this one, I'll try my level best. That is why I'm giving the interview. I'm writing the book.
Yeah.
I'm, whatever things which in my life I can do, I will spread this message, and many people are listening. It's a great
Yeah,
work.
and such a
Yeah,
beautiful message to share. I'm more than happy to share your
yeah,
message. And I think it's really
yeah,
important to tell the people about the afterlife and that we
yeah,
don't physically actually die, we continue on, but where we continue on, we want to be mindful of. And so I do
yeah,
appreciate you sharing this.
yeah.
Can I
One more.
ask?
Okay, please.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask you, do you find yourself more religious now because of this, or do you think you're more spiritual?
No, no, no. After this experience, I started diving into this afterlife and all that, the research. I mean, I am a researcher, and you know that I did a PhD and I got doctorate and all that. Basically, I am oceanography in my post graduation,
Mm,
MSc in oceanography. Then I did PhD in satellite oceanography, satellite technology, how to apply and all that. And I
mm.
have made books, climate change related books. It is published by Springer and many universities. That is one, geospatial technology and dash dash blah blah. And that
Yeah, so
is
you're
the
very
book is, yeah,
science-based,
yeah,
very
yeah.
left
Yeah,
brain.
that book is circulate all over the world and all that, and
Mm,
many scientific papers and all that.
mm.
So I was confined to that area
So
and
would you
teaching.
say you were an atheist before this?
Pardon?
Were you an atheist before this?
Oh,
Like
this is
a
actually, this incident happened 2009,
mm,
2008, sorry, 2008. in August, I think. So um, this nearly 13 years since I'm doing all sort of, my life is changed as a whole.
Yeah.
We got a lot of information. Otherwise, I'll do all material life. My what is it? The family, society, and all that. I will maximum. I will enjoy and all that. There will not be any concern about the world or of any sort of things. But now charity and all that I'm doing after this incident. This is God
Yeah.
given blessing. And
Exactly.
also, people don't believe when there is a science. There is, if there is no science. So I, in my book, the I have tried to explain the soul, human soul, both scientifically and spiritually. So, what
Yeah.
is its soul and what is its spirituality? What is its science? Then, uh, what is God? It's God spiritually and also the science of this one, and the creation of the world, how the world is created and all that. That is Higgs boson recently. They did major experiment in scientific experiment, and they found that there is a God particle, that is Higgs
Yeah.
boson. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is I have written based on that is Big Bang experiment. You would have heard in Switzerland.
Yeah.
This
In Switzerland, Europe
tested
or
now.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I compared this with, so it says that it is, there is the world. It is originated 13.8 billion years before, and in scriptures also it says that almost the similar is the age of this world and all that. And there is explosion and all that in Hindu scriptures. It says that it's happened in a similar way and all that. It is almost, there is a Hiranyagarbha like God particle. It was initially created and all that. So there is one-to-one correspondence as far as the science and the spirituality is concerned. The scriptures also, and even uh, Bible says that there is a beginning. So God created initially heaven, earth, and all that. It expanded like that. So in the this Big Bang experiment also, it says that initially there was a single point. It is originated and expanded, and now in the same form. The form which you are seeing is this one. So creation is proved by science and all scriptures also. And NDE, some doctors and scientists, they tried, as far as this one is concerned, the soul is the energy. Soul is the energy which you can say that the computer, it does not work if unless there is a software operating system and all that. It is
Mm.
only a mission. So our body is only like that. It is a mission, and
Mm.
unless and until there is an energy, you can say that the soul is the energy. So that will ask you to do everything. Once the soul is a form of energy, that we can say that it is, this energy is responsible for all our activities.
So
So
would you
this,
say our body is like a vehicle, like a car, and
yeah,
the
yeah, it
soul
is.
is the
It is.
human driving the car
Yeah,
and
yeah,
create?
it is the
Yeah.
engine. You can say that it's the engine. It's similar to the
Okay.
engine. So
Awesome.
this energy is giving all perception, everything. It is because of this.
Mm.
So the soul is that one we can define.
Yeah.
And in recent few years back, the Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose, scientists, they concentrated on this work about finding the soul and nature of soul, the death and all that scientifically. So they found that there is microtubules. So microtubules are responsible.
Microtubules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
microtubules are responsible for exciting the neurons in the brain, and we are getting perception and all that.
Mm.
So this microtubules is sometimes it will. This is a quantum of energy. So this energy is responsible. You can say that this is indirectly this is soul. So this quantum of energy sometimes after death, what happens is that this will leave. The microtubules will this energy from the this one leave. So what happens is that this once leaves, our body is only a vehicle, the engine is gone, so also the energy is gone. So this energy, when it comes to our body, the perception is limited. So universe is large extent
Yeah.
it is there, but our perception is limited to this world. But this energy move to other world. The extension is, it's the extension of other world. So it is infinity. So it is moving. So those who are temporary death or NDE, near death experience people, what they say is that this energy, this quantum energy responsible for exciting the neurons and all that, the awareness and all that, this energy is moving out from this microtubules and leaving to body. So this will travel, this will perceive the other extent of the universe, and we are getting the perception of other realms and all that. And sometimes it comes back, and it will not decay. This microtubules will not decay within a few minutes or few hours. That will remain there. So that will come and occupy again. So we will get again perception and all that. So
Yeah.
then these people say that I have perceived other this one world and all that. So this is the scientific explanation about near-death experience. What the scientists were given, that is not fully accepted by the scientific community and medical doctors, but still
Mm.
the many people are doing work. And Sam Perena is one of the doctor. It's Dr. Sam Perena, UK, who also, it is not based on microtubules and all that, but he has a lot of research he has done on this. And you know that Dr. Eben Alexander, he has written a
Yeah.
American neurosurgeon. He has written a book also. So he was about died for about 10 days, and he came back to the normal life. Still, he is alive after 30 years. And his perception, he visited all this heaven and all that. He has written in. He is a neurosurgeon, and he whatever he has perceived as written in his book Proof of Heaven. So in that book, he has written all this things, and so this is about the human soul and what is it, the its science and death, near death and all. So once the this energy, the quantum energy leaves the microtubules and permanently it leaves, that is called the death. So the essence that awareness, or awareness is the energy, that soul that is going out from the body, that is death. Once
Yeah.
your soul leaves, or the energy leaves, the body has no prominence. Even your friend or somebody dies all of a sudden,
Mm.
you will have no, what is it, concern about the body. Body have no
Yeah.
affection. You will fear, you will get fear about the body and all that. Even though very close friends, after death, the body is, you are calling a body, it is not by name also. And meddling with body and all that, people will scatter. That means the affection, love, everything is between the souls, not with the
Yeah.
body. that is
Beautiful.
that is described. And all these facts are written in my book, chapter by chapter. It's a small book, but get awareness. People will get awareness. And also, I do not want to make any profit from this and all that. So my aim is that to give the essence of this one afterlife to the whole world possible. So whoever asked to interview and all that, I'm pleased to give this one, because God has given a chance for me to witness all these realms and a lot of information regarding the afterlife realms. So this exchange of ideas and knowledge is a charity work, I think. It's a sort of good deed
Yeah.
which I'm doing, and that will help the people of this world to aware of this one. And a certain this one, I also got doubt that one spirit is saying that in communication list left in day, that when reach that realm, there is a stage and all that, he could perceive. He's a Frederick Chopin, I think. In my book, it is explained. He's this one. He's a musician, and there also musics are play. He is doing the musical work and all that. So initially, when crossed over and reached to that realm, there is a stage and all that. He sensed that a magnificent persons present. And the communication mainly is, it is not like the tongue and all that. It is
Telepathic, I think.
telepathic and
Yeah.
thought was translated and all that.
Mm.
So that is discussed in other books and all that. That is okay. But magnificent, this uh, person and all that, I got little doubt and all that. But recently I got the book, the Laws of Spirit World. In that it is, says that each and every realm there are 10 venues. I think there are 7 realms according to that, and 7 worlds, afterlife worlds, and 10 venues in each realms. So it is numbered from 0 to 9.
Mm.
So this venue, in one venue, one magnificent person will be there. One perfect soul will be there to guide. He is the control of that stage. So then I got the clear that the spirit communication, Frederick Chopin would have uh, sensed this person's present, the concerned realms, the perfect soul is in charge of that, would have been perceived. So then
Yeah.
my doubt is cleared and all that. So like that, a lot of this one, I'm getting knowledge more and more and all that, and God help from the universe, I think, because all the thing poured on me, and I could bring to the world about little light on science of death and science of soul and all sort of things, the life world and afterlife and all that. Unless and until simply I tell about afterlife, nobody believes it. So
Mm.
from my point of view, all the chapter by chapter, what is the science of soul, what is the people imagination about life and all that. So a person reads that, he will improve. He never go for such a cruel things and all that. They will come up.
Yeah.
So that is my ultimate aim. And the God, actually, God doesn't need anything from us, only love, so compassion and all that. So the that if I can provide, then my what is it, the life is life, I will get fulfillment, and I'll get better realm after life. That is my ultimate aim. And
Yeah.
I think our meeting is accidental. And actually, when the this one came to me, the request for joining Facebook, because it is in local language and all that. I'm not concerned
Yeah.
with the NDE and all that, mainly because people will laugh and all that. So you know that the so I have long back, the people are their friends and all that. So I never post all these things related to it to the Facebook, my teaching and other related friends and all that it is. That is why I told the straight away, this is meant for this one and all that. And those who are interested, they can communicate through the Facebook. Description I will give.
Yeah,
Uh,
so what I'll do is I'll link your Facebook and your book as well. Did you want to tell the
yeah, book.
viewers where we could
I
find
have
your book?
I have the book with me. Yeah,
Yeah, oh, beautiful. The
the,
Miracle of Life After Death by Dr. Santosh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is the
Yeah,
book,
and
and
if you have a link, where could we find this book?
this book in Amazon. Those who are interested, they can go for the ebook. It is this will take time to reach. For getting this book
Mm,
is 2 or 3 weeks, and the other one is very low cost also. Sometimes I'll make it free of cost and all that frequently.
absolutely incredible.
That $0.33 or something. Sometimes they will make $1.99 or something like that. I don't.
Yeah,
I will make it free of cost few days, because frequently they won't allow, but I can make it. My intention is that one.
that's very
So
generous of you to share
right.
such important information to the people who really should know about life after life and give them a good example of how to stay in the higher realms so you don't go in the lower realms and just general information. And your experience was incredible. It's so awesome that you were blessed with the ability to go to other realms and see a different life beyond life and to know yourself that we don't truly die. So, yeah, I really appreciate you sharing your story with us all today.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Natali.
Yeah.
Is our meeting is the contacts and all that supreme beings blessing, because of
Yeah.
that this contact came. And I bless all the best for your channel. It is emerging channel. I think it will get attention from the
Thank you.
public, and you will get one of the most famous channel in this area. And
I sure
God's
hope
blessing
so.
will be.
That
I'll
would be
pray
a
for that.
dream.
I'll pray for that, and let it excite the society, and do good deeds, so you will also get a higher realm after death. That is our main objective. And in fact, I'm very excited and thankful to you. uh, Very nice interview. For the time being, bye, but we'll uh, uh, after a long time, I think again we can contact and we can communicate
Yes, definitely, definitely.
uh,
Um,
this sort of
Sorry, something's just
discussion.
popped up on my
And
computer.
I'm okay,
Sorry, my
bye.
computer froze, but I'm gonna say goodbye anyway. I appreciate our time together.
Okay, then bye, Natalie.
Bye.